Yes. Hello everyone again. Welcome to Super Coaching UPSC by Textbook. This is Venkatesh, your faculty for geography. So, the prelims exam is done and dusted. It's good that some of you have cleared the exam with flying colors. You are getting a decent score. Of course, the result is yet to come, but it's good that you have cleared the exam, but you are fairly confident about your score. You would be hoping that you would be clearing the exam. That's good. Unfortunately, there would be some people where this experience of writing the prelims just on this Sunday happens to be something like a learning curve, a part of a learning curve. This is what I call it as. Often, this competition exam, this competitive nature is the first learning in our life. That's what I'm trying to say. Competition is the first learning experience. In our childhood, in our school days, as part of our growing up in life, as part of the school, college, society, and all, sometimes we are not providing the right environment. You know, we are not providing sometimes the right environment and the attitude for some of the people. Yes, there are certain people who are certain family members, certain colleges, certain students, certain certain friends, certain faculties will definitely give you a right path and such. But sometimes all these things put together, some things need to work for us. That is what I call it as. Competition is the first learning experience. For you to get into the civil services exam, which say, sometimes you will be humbled, sometimes you would be, challenged enough. So, how to utilize when you are having some ifs and buts about the exam nature, having an ifs and buts about the nature of the competition of this exam, having an ifs and buts about, about your ability to clear this exam. What you need to do? That is the approach. Yes, certain people could not, some people could not get good marks. They could not clear this exam. I can understand what you can do. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Competition is the first learning experience. Then, why it is the first learning experience? Why it is the first learning experience? The reason is very simple here. When you are entering the competitive world for this UPSC exam, it can be a hugely challenging thing, but is an incredible opportunity for the growth. Trust me, my dear friends, in your life, to get a range of opportunity routes to read such a diverse subjects, such a diverse nature of the content, its analytical ability, for you to embrace that opportunity of learning across this diverse knowledge which this subject, which this UPSC preparation would provide you, you would not be doing it again in your life. This is for sure. Yes, you might do certain new things and all, but the diversity, nature, and the opportunity which this exam provides, that is really beautiful. In fact, that is the reason why I suggest many of you to embrace this opportunity, learn, develop the skills needed for this exam, do whatever it is in our hands, do whatever it takes, and then the result would follow. Hopefully, you would be clearing this exam. That is our plan A. Definitely, we are not worried about plan B now. We will focus on plan A itself. We'll put all our energies on plan A. What if plan A doesn't work? Then the plan B comes into the picture. Then only. So that we will talk about later on. But definitely, if you embrace right skills, right opportunity, right mindset to prepare this competitive exam, definitely you'll be doing very well in life. Very well in life. Right. Then how do you tell me that? Do you remember this person? You all know this? Who is this? Name suggest? Geeta Gopinath. What does she does? What she is doing now? Any one of you? Can you tell me in the comment section what she is doing now? All of you? Come on. Tell me. Yes, Gayatri, come on. Tell me. You all know that she happens to be part of the IMF, International Monetary Fund, part of the policy making, part of understanding about what should be the growth pattern for the entire world, suggestions about that, policy planning for the entire world's economy. When you see from that level, you know, she also has prepared for UPSC exam. I'm not saying everything is, to that level. Definitely, I'm trying to tell you that Geeta Gopinath, or you take some of the present ministers which are part of this government, they have prepared for this exam. Some of them unfortunately could not clear, but that's not the end of the road. Your approach, your knowledge, if it has been, if you have focused on such kind of things, the world is of endless opportunities. Endless opportunities. That is what I want all of you to focus upon. The endless opportunities with this competitive exam provides, with this knowledge base provides. So, what you need to do is just you should have that ability of pushing your limits, thinking critically, developing skills that will serve you long after the test. That is what you need. Look at this second line. You need to push your limits. You have to challenge yourself. You have to see that how you can grow beyond your self doubts, beyond your self, lack of ability, certain things, understanding that this is your weakness, learning on this, growing of the skill needed for this exam, all these things. That is very, very, very much needed. By the way, I'll try to tell you one thing. If you need to go into the in Australia, any person, if they need to go into the higher levels of security of that country, something like national NSG of our country, okay, national security guards and all, they don't pick you unless and until you have achieved or you have faced failure in life. Look at this, because by the time you are 21, 22, 23, if you haven't seen failure even once in your life, how do you handle failure? And you are in the leadership position, say in a mission, in a mission, you are leading around a group of 3-5 people, and the 5 people are dependent on you in terms of guiding and giving the leadership, providing the leadership. What if during a certain setback you are unable to give a right template? That's why they don't pick you unless and until you have embraced failure in your life, especially for the higher military in USA. It's a really good thing, because the learnings out of that is what will make you a right person, is what will make you understand what is needed, how you can develop such skill which is you are lacking, and then how you can grow in life. And that you can pass it on, and that you can use it at a critical junction. That is the idea which they have. The same thing I'm trying to tell you here, right? So you need to have this kind of right attitude. Then moving further, see, first of all, I always tell this. Many of you would agree with me as well. I think whoever are my students, you can clearly say that in the exam, during our classes, how many times did I appreciate all of you that for choosing this exam process? Did I not? Did I choose it? Right? Endless number of times I gave you, I have uploaded you just for the sake of choosing this exam. Why? The reason is simple. The nature of this exam, the UPSC exam landscape, covers a huge, vast range of syllabus. Everything under the sun is UPSC syllabus, right? With this amount of UPSC syllabus, with the kind of competitive field, the number of people who are writing this exam, often 10-12 lakhs people are applying for this exam. The number of posts are around 1,000 to be precise every year. And then out of 12 lakhs people, you have to be in the top 10,000 to get into the mains exam. Of course, many of so now if you see it, so as I was saying to you, okay, Just a minute. Let me see any comments. Okay. Okay. So as I was saying to tell you that this exam humbles you like anything, because you need to have a proper range of the exam landscape. You need to comprehensively prepare about that. The syllabus is quite huge. It is quite daunting, right? It takes its own time. Often the people see what is the average age of the persons who has cleared this exam. It is around, the average age is somewhere around 27, 27, around 27. Second and third attempt, definitely very few people are able to clear this exam in the first attempt. So that means you need to have certain kind of knowledge, certain skills which will be developed not very, very easily. That is the reason why understand the process, develop the skills needed, embrace this opportunity and move forward. That is what I'm trying to tell you. So out of this competitive field, the ones who have this knowledge, skills, which deals with this multifaceted assessment, will make you to clear this exam. Another mistake which many of you does is, among the amount of the syllabus which you have, the Gnana Shakti, that is the knowledge which is needed, is it covering about every subject? Are you having that analytical ability of linking the concepts and the subjects, linking the topics? Are you able to understand the diverse nature of the entire syllabus? Are you covering every aspect? Often, what we tend to do is, as part of our competitive, unfortunately, because of the schooling system and the education system, it is very easy to get marks in the exam. You all know that until your graduation, you have just by hearted certain things and you have cleared the exam and you assume that you are having a decent amount of skills needed. Yes, that is needed. Marks do help. But along with marks, there are so many things which you need to do, which our education system doesn't test. So that is what we have to develop here. That analytical ability, that learning curve, that linking the things, completing the entire syllabus rather than a section of the syllabus and assuming that we are very, very strong in that. No. All these things you need to do that. Once you do this kind of Jnana Shakti, often the problem is we always focus on the result. Anyone who is here to understand about the process, what is the process which you have put in place for this exam? What is the process you have put in place for you to complete your, some kind of gaps which you have, say in a subject like ancient history, in a subject like, say, like CSAT? What are the things you have put in place? Have you done that? You all know the reality of where are the gaps. Plug those gaps, my dear. Once you plug those gaps, then you can clear this exam with wonderfully. The one who understands these kind of things very easily, their strengths, weaknesses and all, and once then if you go into the exam, when you prepare from that before this plugging the weaknesses and all, definitely you might find wanting in the exam. Yes, certain people might clear this exam, but definitely if there is any kind of lacuna, unfortunately that is sometimes what UPSC will check in you. That you need to do that. Moving forward, the most important thing I would like to tell you, often you read a certain topic, but reading is just going through. Are you understanding it? Right? What are you understanding it? Are you learning deeply from that? For example, reading, learning, understanding. You read. Okay, there is a topic called tropical cyclone. You have just read it. Have you learned out of this? Reading is only a component of learning. Learning is, along with learning, you are acquiring the knowledge and you are able to get deeper. Using these things, you have to apply in the exam. Apply a certain concept. For example, let me tell you this one. Let me tell you one of the aspect. Often when we prepare, we read a very, very factual thing. For example, fundamental rights. What is Article 19? What is Article 21? You read only about that. You don't synchronize, you don't utilize this, and you don't apply those things. Only when you understand, when you learn, then you have the ability to apply that concept. Otherwise, a rote learning, ratta marna, right? A rote learning will only help you to just go through it. For example, when we read a newspaper, we often read a newspaper just like that. Understand, no? Understand the facts, understand the linkages, understand the outcome of that, then you will realize where UPSC is asking questions. This is one of the skill I want you to focus on. Understanding, learning, reading so that you apply. This is an additional thing. This is what I mean by critical thinking. Understanding the difference between these four. Once you do that, as you move forward, I want you to definitely embrace the competitive nature. Competitive nature. Have a healthy competition. Often, for example, if there is a person who has prepared for this exam, try to compete with them, no? Try to have a collaborative nature where you can engage with your peer-to-peer groups, share knowledge, learn from one another. Collaboration can enhance your performance, right? Collaboration can enhance. You can have this group where people can help you together. For example, you take your friend, understand to with which person your attitudes are rightly matching. Try to talk with them. Have a right attitude. So, have a template, for example. Or one of the things I have seen, there were few students, if I'm not wrong, there are two friends. Unfortunately, they could not clear this prelims exam in one of the year. After that, they decided to learn together, wanted to grow together. They started sharing information, their cumulative knowledge. They started clubbing. They started having right, targets, timelines, helping each other whenever you are going through a difficult phase. And it is very, very, what do you say, just like a feel-good factor of a movie, a very, very good ending, they have ended with 44th rank and 45th rank, if I'm not wrong, in one of the year. I don't remember the names. Maybe I will go and check and I'll tell you. Two friends who prepared after could not clearing the prelims and then later on clearing the exam together. So togetherness sometimes might help you for some people, not necessarily for everyone, but sometimes. Whatever I'm trying to tell you, healthy competition, collaborative learning, whatever, this healthy competition, collaborative learning is only meant for this. Whether you achieve individually or together, finally is this. What is this? Continuous improvement. What is your skill level? What is your knowledge level? What is your attitude? How many hours were put in place? What are the what are the things which you are supposed to do to clear this exam? What you could not do? Focus on those things, no? Yes, sometimes you do some mistakes and you keep on repeating the same. Understand, learn out of them. That constant understanding about what is working and what is not working and then moving forward is also a skill which you need. Do that. Once you do that, after embracing the things, that is where you need to focus on areas for improvement. Weaknesses. Assess your strengths, weaknesses. Determine where you need to focus your efforts. For example, ancient history, certain section of the geomorphology, certain things like mapping, lack of conceptual clarity in climatology. See, if you have seen, almost 5-6 questions were asked from climatology. If you are very, very poor in climatology this year, you might be found wanting there. That is your weakness. Or it could be environment. It could be something like polity. It could be government schemes. So it will be conceptual clarity, or it is facts of a certain scheme, very important one. Where have been found wanting? Go and analyze your weaknesses. Get a right feedback, no? I think I have shared in my Telegram channel about an MCQ about a certain paper of this year. this paper, you can write, you can have a mock test on your own and you can analyze. Do this, no? This is very, very important, all of you. I have shared a file, I have shared a link where you can enroll yourself, attempt as a virtual mock test as a first attempt for this for the recent prelims and learn what is your score, so that you will get a right feedback. Then out of all these kind of things, next year you have to develop a targeted practice. Of course, right now don't focus on prelims because prelims is already done and dusted. Focus on the mains. Next 3-4 months, 5-6 months, enrich your knowledge with respect to ethics, essay, optional, the GS parts which you don't usually cover as part of the prelims exam, right? Read about those kind of things. Be adaptive in nature of what is needed right now and what skills you need to add. So for example, if you often feel that you are very, very rigid in your approach, maybe you need to change that because your approach is not working. So be very, very adapting. Adjust to a new approach. Say for example, some of you are unwilling to attempt more number of questions. So how to increase your number of attempting the number of questions? That is the adaptive. How can you adapt? Where can you do? Take each question where you did not attempt in this prelims exam. Understand why you could not. Is it lack of skill? Is it lack of knowledge? Is it the exam, the pressure during those 2 hours? Understand where. Then you can increase a certain bit. I'm definitely sure that if you go and take your paper right now and open your question paper which you haven't attempted, there were few questions which you feel that you know it but unfortunately could not attempt it. What made you think so? Is it about lack of knowledge, poor recollecting ability, memory power is weaker, or unable to correlate, or unable to able to think in a right way at the time of the exam? The more you practice, you can learn a new skill. Adapt yourself. Once you do that, the next few important things, the next 4 months, 5 months, there has to be a clear goal for you. What is the clear goal for me? Definitely what I would be doing is, your clear goal is only optional now. 3-4 months, competitive, it is about optional. It is about ethics. It is about essay. It is about segments which you haven't prepared. It is about writing practice. So next 4 months, I want you to focus on optional. I want you to focus on answer writing. This is the best time, the learnings, the attempts. I want you to focus overall knowledge building. Then if you do these kind of things 3 together, automatically your essay would be enriched. How and all you will understand later. Focus on optional, complete the things. Write every day answer writing practice. Knowledge building, use that. Utilize your time very, very well. A well-structured study plan. Are you one of the person where you are actually procrastinating a lot? Simple task for you. Sit for 2 hours. Don't go anywhere within those 2 hours. Set a right timeline. I will not go anywhere until this topic is completed. Until this topic is completed. Sit for 2 hours. This Pomodoro technique and all those kind of things which is there for only half an hour, I don't believe in that. What I believe in it is, before you sleep every day, what is that timeline? What are the things which you will be studying tomorrow? At what time would be waking up? When will we start studying? How many hours you will be studying? Have a clear time plan. Set your goal. Until this topic is completed, I am not going anywhere. Your procrastination would be going away. Then, adaptability nature. I have already told you about this. Do these things regularly. That will fetch you a lot better. More than this, what the basic essence of today's session is this one: embracing failures. Competition is the first learning. You have learned that what you assumed that you are good at, you are not so good at. What you assumed that you are good at, you are not so good at. Why? Is it about lack of revisions? Lack of revisions? Is it about poor recollecting ability? Is it about no conceptual clarity? You have realized that this is what it is. That is what you mean by analyzing the mistakes. Embrace this bad setup. In fact, in one of the test matches, when India went to 2021 mains, 2021 not mains, 2021 tour of Australia, there were 4 test matches where India is supposed to play. The first test match, India got all out for 36 runs. 36, yes, it's not one individual person. The whole team score is 36. For the second test match, the then captain of the test cricket team, Virat Kohli, he could not play because of family reasons. So he decided to take a break. Look at the remaining people. Your captain, your prime batsman was not available. You have scored one of the lowest score ever, 36. How to come out of it? You know what Ravi Shastri, the then coach, has said? He said, on your chest, embrace that 36 all out, that this is what it is. Live with that. He said that, take it as on your chest. Have it. It's almost like having a t-shirt where saying that we got all out for 36. Mentally, what he was trying to tell them is, embrace the failure. Learn from the failure. Then, when you are in the deepest point of the core, the only thing which you can do is coming back onto the Earth's surface, coming back and reaching into the higher points of atmosphere. That is what it is. Embrace the setbacks. Then, focus on the improvements and implement them. Whatever the insights you gained them, you have to strengthen your preparation. For example, myself, Venkatesh, now should not be the same Venkatesh. My Venkatesh now should not be the same Venkatesh in December. Right? That's what it is. Yes. Good evening, Lalita. How are you doing? How are you doing? Have you written this exam? Have you written this exam this year? If yes, how did it go? Otherwise, if you haven't written, you can learn and you can utilize this once again for your exam preparation or simple set for your life. Right? Then once you do that, this exam, often no matter what, ask any senior person or you can ask me as well, definitely it will itself, the exam itself will develop resilience and perseverance, determination. Now, a small one prelims exam you are writing for the first time, unfortunately you could not clear the exam, doesn't mean that you are not fit for this exam. You have to be determined itself, having a strong result to overcome obstacles and achieve your goals, no matter the challenges. The same thing, you have to do that. Ability to bounce back from the setbacks. Continue to journey without the focus. Right? I still remember one of the person, sports actually teaches these things very well. Determination, resilience, perseverance, and all these kind of things. Finally, you will be achieving your result. I'm definitely sure that I'm definitely sure that if you could not clear this exam in the recent prelims exam, it means that you did not reach your ability. Fulfillment of your ability is what we need to do. Did you really reach your ability? Whatever you can do, have you done that? I'm definitely sure that you did not reach your ability is the reason why you could not clear this exam. That's what I would like to tell you. Fulfillment of your own potential. So, with that, definitely, any sports person, if you see, they will be talking about this. Maintaining a positive and a motivated outlook, a positive mindset, right? A intrinsic motivation, celebration of progress. Yeah, sir, I don't know anything about ancient history. Today I know anything about anything about Indus Valley civilization. Celebrate it. Okay, give a gift to your family members. What is a gift? Gift doesn't mean you may be precious. Just go and help your mother. Sufficient, more than sufficient. Or be happy or give a gift for yourself. That's your example. If I complete this much portion of the syllabus, maybe I would give a gift to myself, something like that. So start embracing such kind of failures. Celebrate your progresses by analyzing where you need to do the mistakes, and do this continuous task for the next 365 days. June 2025, whoever could not unfortunately clear this exam now, I hope that on that day, you would be thanking me. That is the best gift you can give it to me. Will you agree with this? So watch this video, save the template of the PDF which I will be sending to you, learn out of this and keep it with you, and thank me later after 1 year. Will you agree with this? Right? So that's what. So if you want this PDF file, definitely you can join my Telegram channel. You can get it from this. You can get it PDF file from this. My dear, if you really want have a conversation, if you could not clear this exam, you wanted to have a conversation, please don't hesitate to drop a message in my Telegram channel under the comment section of this PDF file. I'm happy to help you. We can have a conversation together. We can talk and we can resolve. We can give you a right approach. Right then, all of you, it was wonderful to tell you this journey of how competition is sometimes the first learning experience in our life. I hope I have helped you on this task. Thank you, all of you. We'll meet again tomorrow with one more interesting topic. Until then, have a good time. Thank you, all of you. Take care. Bye-bye.